Next, we're off to Rockingham for a fifth gear team test. This is our chance to get a quick first look and drive of a brand new car. This week's special guest is snooker world champion and petrolhead Ronnie O'Sullivan.
This time the team tested the Nissan Leaf. The Leaf is the best-selling electric car in the world, and this second-generation model claims to have an improved range of up to 168 miles fully charged. At £33,000, it's not cheap for a compact hatchback, but if you do decide to buy one, then the government will give you a £4,500 grant as an incentive to go green. Boys, the Nissan Leaf.
It's just not my cup of tea. You know, I wouldn't be organised enough to have an electric car.
I can't even remember what the first one looked like.
Worse than this.
You impressed, Ronnie?
Not really, no. I just don't like the shape of this either, though. It's a funny-looking thing.
Why do they make them all look so just rubbish?
It's not easy on the eye.
Oh, blimey, Vix, what's all this? How far away's your plug got to be? Go on, Jason, take it to the plug. Go on, plug it in my car, please. Where do I put this then, Vix?
Well, this is where the nose section comes in handy.
Here
we go. Here's your flap.
Oh, that's what that little hole's for.
That's nice.
If you do take the plunge, Nissan will gift and install a car charger for free in your home, as long as you can plug the car in while it's parked off-road.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it catching on with a lot of people.
Is it leatherette or leather?
I don't know.
I think it's
This is
leatherette,
definitely
isn't it?
carbon fibre-esque.
Did you know inside it's OK?
It's all right.
It's a nice little car, isn't it? Round town, doing a school run, isn't it?
It's quite neat, quite funky. I've just turned it on. I can't hear anything.
Do you know what? For old people, it's all right, isn't it?
Let's ask them.
It's only
Tiff?
joking. I mean, I'm old now.
Right, boys.
Oh, God, that whole thing of no noise and that move off is just very strange.
Many people are put off electric cars by the limited distance you can travel on a full charge. Pootling around at 30 miles an hour is one thing, but motorway driving generally lowers the range significantly. So today, we're testing that out. I'm fully charged and going to pretend we're on a motorway and drive it 3 times around Rockingham's oval track using any of the car's equipment that we need.
All 4 of us in, aircon on, you know, a real-life kind of test.
Is that how you drive normally? This is supposed to be a normal drive, and you just go...
Well, she's mental, that's why.
I was going a little bit quickly because, honestly, I don't know how to drive slowly. I have a problem with it. I bet you I can get around here without even touching the brakes. Actually, that's not as alarming as it sounds because in e-pedal mode, every time I lift off the accelerator, the car slows automatically.
Say you go to 80 accidentally and you've got to lift off back to 70. Does it gently brake?
Well, that's 70. That's how
Yeah, it's
you slow
slowed
down.
quite gently,
It's
yeah.
quite gentle. So the e-pedal basically regenerates any braking that you have and puts that power back into the battery. I've still not touched the brakes.
See, now that is odd.
Nissan claims that when you switch to e-pedal mode, it'll increase your driving efficiency around town by about 90%. Are you a fan of regenerative braking, Ronnie?
I think it's all right, yeah. I think it'd be all right round town. Yeah, I think it shows you hitting the brake. You can just... It makes it a bit more fun as well.
So you need to brake for this corner now, or is that just regen?
I'm regen.
You have to set the brakes pedal.
Yeah.
That's quite a lot of braking, isn't it?
Wow, look at that.
Electric cars have great acceleration because the maximum amount of torque is available from 0 mph, unlike petrol or diesel cars, whose torque gradually builds with the engine revs. So what's this Leaf like?
Lights are green, go, go, go!
Yeah, the acceleration's quite good, though, isn't it?
Well, you've got 320 newton-meters of torque.
Very rolly, though, isn't it, in the back?
It was heavy, you see. That's the point. You can't get away from the fact that electric cars are heavy still.
Anyway, our 3-lap test drive is up, so it's time to see how much life is left in the battery.
So what's the mileage now?
I started with a range of 161 miles. I've travelled 10 miles, and it's now down to 123-mile range.
What? We've lost 38 miles of range.
Yeah, and only done
10 miles.
Yeah.
Could have been struggling if we'd have been out on the open roads and been tearing around in it and wouldn't have been able to get to a station to charge the car up.
That's just going to cause you stress, isn't it?
OK, we were simulating a thirsty motorway drive with 4 adults on board. Plus, we slung in an acceleration challenge. But in our test, the Leaf would only cover about a quarter of its advertised range. It's cheap to run, though. Nissan claims a full charge costs about £1.20.
I mean, the Nissan Leaf isn't for me, but I guess as an electric car, it gets 6.
I really wish that this car was more dynamic to drive and to look at, but it's not. I'm going to give it a 5.
I do like that it's not a big car, it's a small car. I can imagine you can have some fun in it. So for that reason, I'm giving it a 5.
I don't like it. It's just electric cars I don't like. So I'm going to give it a poor 3.
Which gives the Nissan Leaf a team test score of 19 out of 40.
Have you?